Right, hello everyone, welcome back to Leitstellenspiel.de. We've just signed on for the night shift here in Scotland today. So this is the places that we have stations for the moment, and immediately one thing's come to our attention, which is a large fire in an office building. So first things that we are going to do is to mobilise all of Sighthill Station, which isn't going to be possible because it's slightly split apart at the moment. So the ARP is already deployed, so we'll get P1 and P2 to the scene just now. So we'll just alarm they two. So the turnout sirens are now going to go. We are going to mobilise SORT. We are going to mobilise the air ambulance, and there's 9 casualties, so we'll get the mass casualty, I keep thinking it's the mass casualty unit, it's the mobile command unit, but you only use it in mass casualty situations. So we'll get the mobile command unit out, and we need 6 ambulances, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get a few more paramedics, and we'll get some police to come and accompany the people. Okay, now the ARP is, who's the nearest? Tollcross is on a direct run, so I think what we'll do is we'll mobilise KO7A1, KO7P1 and KO7P2, P3. Where's their officer car? We're looking for... Okay, oh crap, KO7's already deployed. Okay, so we'll need to get McDonald Road, which is CKO2. So with 5 pumps in attendance, we also now need a command unit. It might probably be best to use Libertons, which is KO5. So we'll get KO5, C1 and P1, because they always go in a station together. So that's just got 1 height appliance, 1 command unit, 6 normal appliances, enough ambulances, and some police cars. I think what we also could do with is, if we look at Tollcross again, we'll get KO7 S1 and S2, which is support units, which we will use as a breathing apparatus van. So we, as you can see with all the blue light suddenly appearing, we're now responding to this with gusto. Meanwhile, we've also got what I think is a new call, because I've not seen it before. This is either injured paraglider, or I'm not too sure, an accidental parachute jumper. I think that's supposed to be a jumper that's had an accident, so I think that's the kind of thing we might mobilise a doctor for. So we've got a doctor coming from the hospital, and ALS ambulance coming from Peppermill, presumably. I don't really know. But there are more things kicking off all the time. So we've got, if we zoom on in here, let's use this screen. So we've got theft of some description. I'm not actually sure of what. Oh, it's a pickpocketing. Okay, well, we'll grab an area car around to the side. This will probably be from Portobello. So I've not actually got these stations set up with icons and things yet. I've also not got them set up with a delay timer, so they are responding quickly, which is a little bit unrealistic, but sure. Now in the Gracemount part of Edinburgh, we've also got another theft. So we're basically going to get the police car from Liberton, which I'll need to use this for. We'll also need a couple of other police units. So the nearest police station that actually has units is probably going to be Dalkeith. So if we get DK0102, okay. Great, so that's now dealt with. Now we've got a search that needs to be done. So searches are normally done by one TSG group, so we'll get those mobilised. There isn't actually one in Glasgow. There is in real life, but I don't have it set up. So we're going to get them... Oh, sod off. So we're going to get them mobilised through from Edinburgh. That call's going to take a very long time to deal with. And for the moment, we are not Okay. So, while our commanders are assessing this situation, we'll just very quickly dispatch the various hospital transports that have come up. 3 and the last one. Okay, so let's go back to the office fire, which is the Bureau Brent. So we mobilized a lot of resources, but apparently not enough resources. So if we go to the Feuerwehr, what we're going to need is heavy rescue units. So we're now we need more pumps and more appliances. So we need KO4. So we're going to get KO4 P1 and KO4 R1, which is a heavy rescue. They're going to go. In fact, what I might do is grab the... Where is it? That's all the way down here. Right, so if we go to here, so if we grab the toll cross, which is KO7... Where is it? That's gonna be a problem. Ah, here we go. Right, fine. So there we go. Right. Okay. So what we've done is we've mobilised the heavy rescue and urban search and rescue components of New Craig Hall Fire Station. So that's the flatbed that's loaded up with tools, and the heavy rescue unit, which is also loaded up with tools. We also need another height appliance from somewhere, which means we're going to mobilise McDonald Road. I'm actually going to mobilise H1. Oh yeah, hazmat 1. Right, we don't need that. I'm actually going to mobilise quite a bit of McDonald Road Station, just because there are quite a lot of people who are not well. And we'll also need 2 more officers to come and attend the scene. So we've picked one from Livingston, and one from Tollcross, who's now free and returned to station. So this office fire is pretty major, and you can see all of the emergency units about to arrive. So SORT is about to arrive on scene in force, which is going to allow us to begin dealing with and treating some of the victims. Got Central Edinburgh RVs arriving. What I'm quite curious about is where here it is. So here's the command unit down on the bypass. Okay, great. A big conga line of emergency vehicles. So this is a convoy from Tollcross, this is a convoy from Newbridge, WP. That's from Paisley. What the hell is that doing here? Oh well, we've got an ambulance from Paisley. Sure, okay, they must have been in a hospital transfer, but it is the Scottish Rescue Service for a reason. Actually, wait, our SORT team must be deployed to something, because that's all west. That's weird. That is really weird. Okay, well, we're starting to get people arriving on scene. Okay, good. Ah, crap. So apparently the Fulsham person is quite royally stuck. They are requesting a DLK unit, which I don't actually know that I have anywhere. KO1, there we go, KO1A1, that's fine. And we need 2 pumps. So we'll grab KO1P1, because it's going to have to come out with the ladder. And who's going to be our next pump is probably going to be Dalkeith, which is Joscaro 2. So we'll grab those, so they'll now mobilise to this stuck parachutist. What else have we got? Oh fuck. Okay, we'll deal with this one first. This one's in Cumbernauld, which means it isn't set up yet. So basically, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So through the west side, most of the short codes aren't actually working and set up yet, so I'm just using these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of these and one of these. Probably need another pump. Right, that's fine. So Glasgow are going to turn out to this person. A tree on a road on the city bypass of Edinburgh. Whereabouts is it? Well, it's right outside the barracks. I might. The fire service is starting to get pretty well tied up here, so what I might do is I might let the police come along to help secure the road, and I might actually get one of the army engineers to come out and help deal with the log. Save the emergency services. This is kind of what crap. Well, we need one more police unit backing up the robbery. Oh wait, we said 3. What was on? Okay, we also screwed something up. Right, there's now a forest fire at the Craig Hill Quarry, which is quite far away. Crud. Right, okay. So we're going to deploy South Queensferry Station, which is call sign Kilo 20. So we'll get their retained pump and their any spare cretins that can come along. Sorry, that's not. I don't mean that derogatory. It's just something I say. Crew Toll is already fully deployed. Who else have we got in Edinburgh? KO2, KO3. There are no more. Oh no, there's one pump from KO3, which is Marionville. So we'll get that one. We might actually be better at this point at looking at Livingston, because I don't have the Broxburn fire station ready yet, so LO2 is probably going to be the best one. So LO2, P1, P2, so we'll get those guys going. And if we say Bowness, which is LO1, where is it? I've lost my train of thought. Right, L1, P1, we'll get them mobilised. Bathgate is L3. So we'll get their one retained pump and their one normal pump going. We'll let those guys arrive on scene and then they can advise us as to how we're going. Falkirk's ALP must now be heading over to the Cumbernauld string, which is a wee bit of a pain. Okay. Fine, right, let's just take stock of what we've got here. So we've got one call coming in that's not been answered. Now this is a problem, because we're starting to run out of units. So in Bowness, we've got somebody who's stuck on a crane. So we need one of these, 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 and there's no more rope rescue units. Both rope rescue units have been assigned. And I suspect... Okay, I think that's fine for just now. Good. So we've got a few more hospital transports that have come in that needed to happen. So let's get 1, 2... we're now out of patient transport ambulances. Our ambulance service isn't quite stretched to the limit yet, so we will just mobilise one of their ambulances to come help with the hospital transport. Let's just double check that one actually. Yeah, we've still got quite a fair bit of green actually in the ambulance section, so that's not too shabby at all. We're starting to see, under the direction of the ground commanders, we are starting to see some of the ambulances making their way to hospital. They're going to be going to the Western General, so they're going to open up their acute injuries ward. Okay, good, right. So everything is now under control, just the fires are particularly large and chest hairy. So what you're seeing here with the ARPR, because the German edition of Light Spiel doesn't have aerial rescue pumps, even though they do have them in Germany, it means I actually have to split it into 2 components. So when I have my little quick buttons, it's set so that it sends both components of the the appliance, so I'm technically not cheating, which is good if you want to do things realistically. Whereas if I were just to use these, it doesn't quite work the same, so I try to avoid that wherever possible. Right, let's just take a little stock of what's coming actually, because it's still saying there's 4 appliances needed. Oh, come on you. Right, okay, so 1 DLK and 2 rust wagons. So we've got 1 DLK, which is a hydraulic platform, that is coming. We've got the heavy rescue unit and the USAR equipment, so they're all coming. I actually don't think the air ambulance is going to be needed, but it's almost arrived, so we'll just let it come and help. And we've got 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump, 4 pump, so that's them arriving in convoy just now. So this is KO2, which is McDonald Road in Leith. They're all heading there, and that's all fine and dandy. Perfect, okay. So we'll start this because it's going to be nice and easy. So we've got BLS option available. So we'll deploy the BLS. So there's a theft from a motor vehicle. Now I don't actually think Dalkeith has anybody spare. No, okay, it doesn't. So the nearest police station to here would technically be Newton Grange, but I don't have it, or Musselburgh, but I don't have it. So it's good. Oh, let's just use a police button. Okay, so we'll grab 2 from the nearest available source. Got a fire in a supermarket, but I'm not too sure where. Oh, it's right in the centre of Edinburgh. Where is it? Ah, okay, so not quite a supermarket, but it's in a very touristy section. Of course, this is not here, but here there was actually once a big fire that razed the whole part of the city. I think everything from here to about, oh god, I can't actually remember the extent of it. It was a big fire, knocked a whole bunch down. Anyway, there's 1 casualty. Oh god, who the hell have I got spare to send to this? Nobody. The closest pump is probably going to be Musselburgh, so that's Juliet 01P Papa 1. We'll get them mobilised. We are going to need more, and I suspect that's probably going to have, for fuck's sake, I don't know. It's November 01P1 is probably going to be the best. So we'll grab those. If we zoom on in, so we're going to need some police units, which haven't been set up, so we'll just use those buttons. Who's the nearest ambulance that is available? So Central Edinburgh 1 is available. So where is it? It's under C. So Central Edinburgh 1 is available, and I need an ambulance that is available. Okay, nobody is, so we'll just have to mobilise somebody from Peffer Mill, which, what station number is Peffer Mill? Is it EC? Okay, it's EC, ACO3 ALS ambulance is available, so we'll now mobilise them. So we're now mobilising a lot of the resources I have available to this scene. There's now an unwell person in Livingston. Who's available from Livingston? What's their station number? It's going to be east of west, so it should be EW or EL. EW, right, there we go. So we'll get an ALS ambulance. I think that's all I've got. So we'll just have to see how they are for just now. Somebody with a nosebleed. Where is it? In Hawick. That's fine. I mean, that's going to be dealt with nice and easily. So that's our first call on the Scottish borders today, which is fine. And new hospital transport's coming. Again, we've got a BLS available, so we'll just mobilise that. We've now got 10 calls on the go, but everything's looking fine. So the Bureau Brandt is just waiting on the rust wagon. So the USAR pod that's on the back of a flatbed that is not equipped with blue lights which does mean that it is a lot slower to respond than the rest of the units, which is why we're still waiting. Ah, crap, there's another parachutist that's been stuck. How most awkward. Okay. Who the hell's Juliet 03? Oh no, that's Gatto Shields. Oh god, is that going to be our closest pump? Well, we'll just have to see, won't we? So we'll get 2 pumps, an ambulance, a doctor, and a police car to come and attend to this parachutist who's got himself into difficulties during landing. A new transport request has arrived. So we'll just dispatch a BLS, and we still have BLS available, which is good. Okay. So you're in the process of getting treated, which is good. Land search for evidence is going to take a long time. The first units are about to arrive into the forest fire, which is fine. We may end up having to deploy a high volume pump to this, which in retrospect I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. Okay. So they're just about on scene. No new calls at this time, which is fine. Right, okay. So, the update is... How many pumps did we end up sending? Jesus Christ. Right, okay, we need to start standing some guys down. Okay. So, we'll keep Bowness, I've got a reason for that. And we'll keep Bathgate retained, can sort off. Livingston can... Oh, actually, we'll undeploy Marionville, because we only need 2 more. So you 2 are close. We need Bowness still, so we'll get P2 back from Livingston, and we'll grab Bathgate back to base. Okay. So 2 more pumps are coming. The police are required. We need a high volume pump. The closest high volume pump is going to be Cruatoll, which is going to be... I'm going to need to use the other menu. I'm going to... okay. So it's going to be firefighter. So it's KO1. Where the hell's Cruatoll? Oh no. Is Falkirk closer? I think Falkirk is closer. Because it's been responding to a call. Oh no, I've got it right. Okay, yeah, I think it will be. So we'll deploy the prime mover from Falkirk because it's a lot closer than the rest of the units. What else do we need? We need another ELW1, and the reason that I wanted to keep Bowness, I'm going to deploy their command support unit because I don't actually have another officer free at this time. So their command support unit is going to mobilise from Bowness. And that'll be that. Okay. Right. So we've got an update on the situation. So we've got 2 pumps, and we've got 3 pumps coming, so that's going to cover that one. We need a height appliance, which we don't have. We need a heavy rescue unit, which we do have, so we'll get that mobilised. We need 1 ELW1, which we don't have. We need another command support unit, which we do have, and a DIM unit, which is going to come out from McDonald Road. So all those units are going to respond now to a new fire in the supermarket. How long's... oh. So the Fallschirm Springer, which is a parachutist in German, is going to get taken off to the Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh, which is now going to free up some of the calls here, so you can just see the doctor going away. Okay, now this is good because if we go now to the supermarket fire, we now do have a height appliance free, so we'll get that one mobilised. Good, okay. Great, so we've got blue lights going absolutely everywhere at the moment. And there's a new call coming. What is it? Okay, there's people control needed. So I'll grab two police vehicles and an operational support unit. They're going to come out to the scene and help with this. Now I don't actually know what this is. Sauna stitch. Oh, that's amazingly helpful translation. Sunstroke. Okay, that's not too serious. So I mean, it's not good, but not amazingly serious. So we'll grab, it's Craigmillar Castle, which I know for a fact is near to the hospital. So what we'll do is we'll just grab a unit from Peffer Mill. So ALS 4 is going to deploy out from Peffer Mill. Our nosebleed patient did apparently need to get taken to hospital, which is surprising. They'll go to the Borders General Hospital, which is their closest. And we've got two more transport calls that have come in while we've been waiting. So we'll get one BLS to them, one BLS to those. And that's that done. I say bravely as it kind of ticks onwards. So we'll start heading back to base, which I guess is fine. How long has the office fire got to go? Let's have a look. Oh, come on. Yeah, as long as this is taking up a lot of units. There's 88 firefighters here. Good grief. It's got 5 minutes left, so I think it might just get finished before I finish off this episode. Maybe. But at the moment there's no new calls coming in, which is good. I'm just trying to see if anybody signed themselves on as being free that might be of any use to me. No. Okay. I don't know where you're going. Oh, you're responding to something. Interesting. It's very well out of sorts. So the way I work this is because I know the call signs for the fire service, but I don't know the call signs for the ambulance service. So I simply use four digits. There's the area identifier, so Scotland gets split into the east side, the west side, and the north side, and then the part of the region. So P stands for Paisley, so it's in the west, Paisley, and that was ambulance number 2. Just because I don't know what the ambulance call signs actually are. Okay. Ooh. Schlagerei, oh crap. That usually has quite a lot of casualties. Okay, this one's not too bad. So what we'll do is we'll mobilise the police in force, and they're not going to be on this, so I'm just going to have to use this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll get the police here first, because the ambulances are going to have to wait for a while. So we've got 2 ambulances nearby, so Echo Charlie, EC07, which is from Peffermill, and EC03 are pretty close. Did I see Sed somewhere? No, Sed was deploying to the scene. Okay, so we'll mobilise those just now. I need 2 paramedics. So what I want is EC. Okay, we'll grab. We'll grab 1 doctor. I don't think there's another one anywhere nearby. So as you can see, EC03 and EC07 have now been diverted to the Schlagerei, which I don't know the exact translation of it. It is an assault. It's a brawl. Okay, so a few casualties. They're going to respond there. What have we got here? So we still need somebody. Okay, right. So we still need a height appliance to come and rescue our parachutist. That person needed to get taken to hospital, and there were other hospitals closer, but not one with the right department. Okay, so the police are now accompanying ECO3 to the scene, and we've got a whole lot of units coming from Fetis, which is fine. Okay. So some units have just become free, but not what we need. What we're looking for is one of the officers. What did you think is gonna happen? Okay. So here comes Falkirk's high volume pump pod. There goes an officer. There comes Bonus's CSU. You're floating around there, that's fine. There's no sign of any height appliances coming free until this office fire is finished. The good thing is that the office fire is quite close. Who is it that's actually on fire? Oh, it's HM Revenue and Customs. That might very well be an arson attack. They're not the most liked people everywhere. Oh crap. There's a burning locomotive in the where is it? It's in Leith Docks. Is it Leith Docks? Yeah, it's Leith Docks. Okay, so this is a problem because again I don't have a great deal of units, so Marionville's pump is going to need to come out. Crew Toll's pump is going to need to come out. What else have we got in the area? Nothing really. Is Musselburgh free? No, Musselburgh's busy. Dalkeith's free, which might be needed. Okay. Right, we'll mobilise that for just now and then we can see how we go. We don't have a lot spare, so we're just going to have to do it. Sort off. Okay. Great, so we've now got several units coming down there, that's fine. Okay. Oh, there's a whole bunch of things clearing. Aha! McDonald, oh, that's the bureau, that's the office fire. Done, right, fine. So, that means we can now get a height appliance. No, wait, what? Why is there a fire engine here? Okay. Let's just disregard that for a second. Right. So it's the parachutist here that needs the height appliance. So we'll get them mobilised and then hopefully that will be that one over pretty quickly. Okay, so this needs police, fire and the police helicopter, which is Sierra Papa 70. And that's going to be that one done. And we've got BLS call required. So this has turned out to be a not all too bad episode. It has taken us a grand total of 34 minutes. Sorry, slightly less than that, isn't it? It's going to be 32 minutes because I started the recording slightly late. Yeah, to get the office fire under control. It is now under control and the emergency services have now been released to different emergencies around the county, around the country. Sorry. So I guess this is as good a time as any to call this the end of this episode of Lifestyleandspiel.de. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.